Oh boy, am I late on this one. Anyways, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was directed by Wes Ball, and it takes place generations after the Caesar trilogy, where an ape goes on a journey and has to make hard decisions for both humans and apes alike. Okay, so I love the Caesar trilogy, and then when this movie was announced, I was like, okay, what are they gonna do with this? And then also, when it was announced that Wes Ball was directing this movie, I was kind of skeptical because even though I don't mind the first Maze Runner movie, and the third one I do think is the best out of the three, I was kind of concerned because I'm pretty mixed on that whole trilogy as a whole, the Maze Runner trilogy, so I was hoping that I wouldn't be mixed on this film, but thankfully, I, for the most part, loved Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I thought this movie was extremely well done. I loved the story. I thought it was very compelling. For the most part, like 98% compelling. I thought all of the performances were great. The action scenes are so fucking exciting. Some of the most thrilling stuff you'll see in a movie all year. And the visual effects are absolutely stunning. This is one of those movies that pretty much stands out. Pretty sad to say when a movie with good visual effects stands out, because this movie had a big budget and it used it extremely well. Unlike a lot of fucking big movies that have come out in the past couple of years, everything looks stunning from this movie. The cinematography, the visual effects, everything looked fucking fantastic in this movie. Um, and this movie has some really good emotional value too. Like this movie is emotionally satisfying as well. It is definitely one of the most satisfying movies of the year when it comes to like just bringing out emotions and shit like that. I thought it was very good stuff. I loved all of the characters too, especially this orangutan who is I thought was the funniest part of the movie. This movie has a surprising amount of humor, but it doesn't overplay the overall serious tone that this movie has. Um, Everything from the characters to the action to the visuals, story, everything I thought really worked well in this movie's favor. This is easily one of the biggest surprises of 2024 so far. And so far, we've been having a pretty good winning streak when it comes to movies. So, yeah, I'm really hoping that this summer is going to be excellent because between this and uh, the Fall Guy, the summer movie season is looking pretty strong. I do have one issue with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and that's the pacing. It's not like horribly bad or anything, but there are some scenes that do kind of drag. There's like scenes where like they're just like there's just shots lingering on like abandoned things. It happens every once in a while in this movie, and when you're noticing it kind of just lingering on things a little bit too long, I'm like, okay, come on, wrap this shot up. It's like few and far in between, at least in my experience watching it. But it's just that every time the movie does that, it slows it right down. And yeah, this is a pretty long movie. It's like nearly 2.5 hours. So I do think just a little bit of this movie could have been trimmed, but overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a really good time. Very solid film. I think it's definitely one of the biggest surprises of the year, and I wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of it. I am going to give Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes an A.